is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today I have for you the 2023 Cadillac Lyriq. They named the Lyriq after Cadillac's deep and rich connection to arts, especially music. So they named it the Lyriq based on that. And they also used Cadillac's new IQ naming strategy. IQ, Lyriq at the very end of it, they have IQ at the very end of it. And so that's what they're doing with their new electric lineup. The Cadillac Celestiq is also going to be another one, but that is not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about this and what Cadillac has done with this. And they've created their all-new, all-electric Ultium platform that is specific to this and what they're going to be utilizing in the future for a lot of their other vehicles. So let's take a dive into it and see what Cadillac has done and what General Motors has done to create the smoothest riding Cadillac, in my opinion, so far. The interior here, press that, opens the door for you. There's a nice little pull handle up top here. We come around to the inside, this beautiful door trim with the noir accents. This is supposed to represent leaves, and when you illuminate them, it's supposed to give you kind of this soft, subtle feeling that's supposed to make you feel warm. Welcome. This is real wood. This has been laser etched into it, or I should say laser cut out. The seats, you have these beautiful leather black seats with this blue trim right down the middle. It is an amazingly soft seat. It literally feels like, to me, like you're sitting on a cloud, and I've never felt a seat that's more comfortable than these, in all honesty. You're immediately welcomed by the 33-inch diagonal screen that runs all the way across the inside here. When you sit down in here and you see all these pieces, all these knurled pieces, everything just feels like everything was handmade, and it feels like you're sitting in like a Rolls Royce or something that is way too expensive for you to even consider being in. You have all these nice pieces out here, all this nice wood that goes around here. It's just a very, very well done vehicle that they've done. They've also done the same design up here that they did on the doors, try to represent it to look like leaves. You also have the AKG logo here with the same pattern that runs all the way down here. This does have a 19 speaker AKG audio system as well. It also has speakers in the headrests as well, that right back here. When you go to the back side, it also does the same thing, but there's no pull handle on top. You just grab the door from there. There's a little rubber mat you put your hand on. You also have the same AKG speakers back here, more of the leaf effect back here, more wood, more of the leaf there, with the ambient lighting back there as well. And this nice, beautiful pull handle that you do get in the front as well. As you enter the back seat, you'll notice that there is quite a bit of room back here. And the seats are just as comfortable back here as they are up front. The back of the driver's seat and passenger seat, very futuristic looking to me, but very, very nice. Also, map pocket back here. The vents here have the knurled feature on them as well. Do have two USB-C ports here and a 120 volt there as well. Sitting in the back seat makes me want to go for a drive because I just like seeing out this big roof where I can just see all the stars in the sky. Here you get drop down cup holders, nice armrest as well. You come around to the trunk, you press the Cadillac button to open up, and you have a lot of room back here. Like, I swear that the Cadillac could have put a third row in here with how much room is actually back here. You do have this nice little drop down covey here, and it raises up there in the back and you reveals your charging cable that you can use at your home. This is just a regular 120 volt that comes with the vehicle, so it's a pretty slow charger. That's the level 1 charger that comes with the vehicle. You of course do have the option for the level 2 and a DC fast charger, but level 2 is for your home as well. The DC fast charger is not. Right here is your charge port, so you press the Cadillac button, drops it down. You get access to the regular 120 volt level 1 charger, and you can pull out for the DC fast charger this little plastic piece here, and then you press that again and it closes the door for you. That is a little bit different than the pre-production model. The pre-production model, this Cadillac logo was fixed and you just pressed it there, which would have been nice if they had it on the regular vehicles, but they decided to go away from that. Come around here to under the hood and you're met with a bunch of plastics. You have washer fluid here, a thing for fire department to access if they should get into an accident. Ground here for the 12 volt system, but if you pop this up, you do get to see the drive motor for the vehicle. This specific one produces 500 horsepower, 450 pound-feet of torque, since this is the all-wheel drive version, so you get a drive motor up here and in the back. Of course, you can see your brake fluid there, regular 12 volt battery there as well. That motor is powered by GM's Ultium platform. What that means is GM has engineered a new nickel cobalt manganese aluminum battery that sits at the very bottom of the vehicle, much like a Tesla, but the difference is there's more cells in these. So with the more cells, they're able to stack them specifically in this vehicle vertically, and then if they want to change how the vehicle drives, stuff like that, they can rotate the cells to horizontally and pack them in that way to give the vehicle an even lower center of gravity. So the cells are just arranged in multiple different, what they call modules, across the vehicle. So there's about 5 modules across left to right, and about 6 or 7 that run front to back as well. The idea behind the modules is that if one of those modules of battery cells goes bad, you can just replace the one set of modules rather than having to replace the entire battery pack under the vehicle. Makes it a lot more cost effective, a lot more efficient, and saves money. We'll talk about the suspension and brakes now. You do get multi-link suspension all the way around, front and rear, and what that means is you get a more independent, smooth ride feeling all the way around from the vehicle. It's 5-link front and 5-link in the rear. You have a dual piston caliper in the front and a 20-inch wheel here. There is an optional 22-inch wheel that you do get. Of course, like I said, in the back, also multi-link suspension as well. Single piston caliper here, but I can imagine when they come out with the Lyriq V that they will have a Brembo option available for this vehicle. When it comes to fob features on the Cadillac, they do have the new updated Cadillac design: lock, unlock, remote start, trunk, and alarm. And just like with every other Cadillac, lock once, 2 times on the remote start button, and it starts up, which of course you'll never hear it. But you can see the side markers are illuminated there, and the vertical light is lit up. If you want to shut it off, double click remote start. It'll give you that little light dance again, and shut off. Cadillac logo lights up. Those lights light up, and it does its little light dance here. I will get a better view of this for you guys a little bit later once it becomes dark out. All right, we're coming up on some corners here, and let's just kind of see how this handles, having a low center of gravity. Yeah, you can definitely tell this thing has a really low center of gravity. It just kind of just hugs the road, which is really surprising for how tall it is and how heavy it is. And you just point and accelerate and it just turns. It's really nimble, really sharp, and it's really enjoyable to kind of drive, surprisingly. The acceleration on this is really nice. If you go to exit a corner and you just put your foot down like that, uses 350 kilowatts, but it definitely accelerates really quickly, and I really enjoy it. All right, it's time for the braking test here. There's no one behind me. I'm going to use the regen brake and the brake pedal at the same time, and woo! I think the tire's actually locked up there a little bit. It didn't even activate ABS, which is interesting. The left front definitely skid there, but using both of those, it really stops the vehicle really fast there. I've got to say, since the Cadillac DTS was discontinued in 2011, there has not been a smooth riding Cadillac in my opinion, except for this one. This one, you go over bumps and you don't really feel it, and someone just pulled out in front of me. The road noise, you don't really hear the road noise. It floats down the road. The seats are extremely soft and very cushy, and I feel like I could, if it had a bit more range, I would say I could definitely take this on a road trip. 300 miles is a good range, but it's in a perfect world that you're going to get 300 miles. Here in Colorado, you have a bunch of hills, so you're using more energy to get up those hills. Of course, you can use the regen braking to get back down hills to get the battery you lost back, but it's not perfect. Accelerating from a dead stop at a light, you're using a bunch of energy. So 300 miles is inconsistent to say that you're going to get 300 miles out of the battery, because there's just a lot of variables. If you're lead-footed and you like to feel the G-force of when you put your foot down like that, you're going to use a lot of battery all the time, and that 300 miles is just going to be drastically shortened. And that goes for any electric vehicle. It's not just this one, but that goes for any electric vehicle, because they all use energy to be able to move and get up hills, things like that. Alright, it's time for the launch test here. I have everything in sport mode. I do have traction control off, and let's just see what this thing can do. Yeah, this really accelerates very quickly. I really enjoyed that. It feels like you're on a roller coaster because of how smooth it accelerates. It's just... Some of the interior features here. This 33-inch display goes all the way across from left to right. Is touchscreen over here. You also get touchscreen over here, of course. This center portion you can use with this, or you can touch the screen as well. You have audio, maps, phone, Google Assistance, Google Play Store, climate, auto park assist, settings. There's a couple different things you can go through. This vehicle just has so many features on it. You can go into your drive mode, change it from Tour, Sport, Snow, and Ice. Since this is the all-wheel drive one, of course it will change how it drives for the snow and ice. If you press this little button down here on the screen, it turns on one pedal mode. So one pedal driving is on now, and you can set how much it uses one pedal braking as well with it. If we use these controls down here as well, you can press home, and it has a little vibrating haptic motor in there, so you can feel it actively pressing the button. Volume knob here, phone, music, navigation, little back button. This rocks left, right, rotates up, down, clicks in, stuff like that. You get this nice climate control display down here, which I personally like on this vehicle, because most electric vehicles do not have any sort of climate controls that are like hard buttons and everything. You have to go through everything through the screen, which makes it kind of a nightmare, and you just don't even want to adjust it. You have these little knobs here that feel like they are hand knurled and handmade all the way around the vehicle on this left side to control this vent as well. And over here with all these little slits in here to kind of give it a little bit more character in the vent. That knurling also goes all the way around the cup holders as well as this volume knob. And this center console, they call it a cantilevered center console with this floating edge, and they also designed this little piece here, if I can get it to open, to be like a jewelry box. So that's kind of where their inspiration was with everything here. Down in this lower section, you have the Cadillac name stamped into this machined metal here, and a USB-C charge port basically, and you can use that. I think it also connects to the radio as well. And you'll notice here with the cup holders, you can also press this, and this pops up here to be able to help keep things in place. Over here in the center console as well, you do have a wireless charger for your phone, another USB-C here. Down in here you have a 12-volt socket, and another USB-C is there as well, and a little compartment you can place things. As you'll notice down here, there's no glove box lever. You do have to go in here, go to vehicle controls, if I can get it to work, and press the glove box release there, and that's how that opens up. While you have it in remote start, you can access this menu still to be able to change some of the things. I don't think you can turn on one pedal driving. There's some things you can't access when the car's in remote start, but you can access a lot of this as well to be able to open the glove box, things like that. Under controls there, you do have doors and windows where you can lock the doors and windows, like child safety locks, stuff like that. Power window lockout, same thing, child safety. Dome light settings, universal remotes to open garage doors, other potential things you can pair to it as well. You do have a camera which you can access, which is the 360 camera on the vehicle, normal, overhead side, a bunch of different things there. As for the steering wheel here, you'll see it has this little bar that goes all the way across. This is for your Super Cruise. Super Cruise controls are here. You press this button to turn on regular cruise, and then you can press that button there that turns on the Super Cruise. Heated steering wheel as well. These are to set and resume the regular cruise and the gap adjust. This side has volume controls. You can click and go through a couple different things, so like radio favorites, stuff like that. You can press in on this button too, and it's like a select button. If it has like a dismiss saying like, hey, it's cold out, you can click that, press dismiss. Music access, phone access, hands-free, hang up the phone, and then these are your skip next and skip back songs, like if you have your phone connected. The left side is the wiper stalk and the turn signal stalk. You press 1 to wipe once, press 2 clicks, and it will spray the windshield. Pull back for brights, left turn signal, right turn signal, of course, and then you can use this to turn on and off the wipers with that rotator assembly there. The left side is your shifter, so this was a little bit complicated when I first hopped in it because I was used to, say, like a Mercedes where you just push down. You have to pull forward and then down to go into drive, pull forward up to go into reverse, and then you can press that for park. So you're probably wondering how to turn on and off the headlights since this is just a wiper and turn signal stalk. Over here on the left side of the screen, you press there. This is your headlights off, park lights, headlights on, or you can just turn it back on auto. The screen also does have a trip 1, trip 2, and a blank screen if you just want it black over there. But the current trip is pretty cool because it tells you your efficiency and how far you've driven. Over here you can also change the gauge cluster, so you have regular gauge, which tells you your kilowatts and everything like that. It tells you your speedometer, how much battery you have. You can go to energy. When it pulls up this energy, it shows you kilowatts here, your battery over here, miles per hour over here. You can go to map, which I'm not currently signed into Google Maps or anything like that, so this will not work as for right now. And clean, which I personally like, has the miles per hour right up front and center, and the battery usage right there at the bottom. Right here on the steering wheel, you'll see this little flappy button. This button is your regenerative braking, so you don't even have to use the brake pedal to stop the vehicle. That button pretty much, it has a resistor in there, so you can pull it to brake harder and, ease off of it to brake less, and of course it also recharges the battery as well while you're using that. On this left side there is a massage seat button, seat adjustment here, heated seat back and bottom, and cooled or ventilated seats, not cooled seats. You have seat set 1, 2, and driver exit as well. Back here, this has a light back here, an ambient light that you can turn on and adjust and change the color at night, which I will show you guys in this video as well. Down here, more piano black accents with unlock, lock, mirror adjustments, and power fold mirrors, window controls. This is the door handle for the vehicle to be able to unlock it or open the door there. Down here you have the trunk button. You have a umbrella holder here, as well as a cup holder and another little storage cubby that goes pretty far back there. You have lane keep assist, parking brake, auto hold, and this is your dimmer switch for nighttime controls. Up top you have the frameless rear view mirror, hazard switch, OnStar controls, and hands-free voice controls. You also have this, which is not a sunroof. This is a glass that just shows all the way back, and you can pretty much at night see everything, which makes it a really enjoyable experience. The things on the roof to take note of. This is your general, of course, vanity mirror, and of course this shape is supposed to represent similar to the Cadillac logo. As well, a lot of other Easter eggs as well do. So here all the way across is also supposed to represent the Cadillac logo as well. So obviously here there is no keyhole for you to be able to insert the key that is in the fob. If the vehicle should die, you have to come all the way around to the back here, insert the key in this little hole right here, and you have to climb all the way to the front of the vehicle to be able to unlock or pop the hood and get into the front area to be able to jump the vehicle so you can get inside. Now that it's a little bit darker out, you can mess around with the ambient lighting here. So you can do off, link to drive mode, demo mode. You can customize the colors here. So accent, say if we do this, these are your accent colors for the leave area. You can change those to anything you want there. You also have your glow color, which is down here. You can change that color as well, which is pretty nice. It also changes up here. You can also change over here, and that's just all through here. And this, you can adjust the illumination to make it brighter or darker as well. Now, of course, if you leave it on custom, you can customize the color to whatever you would like. Link to drive mode. If you put it in sport mode, it puts it in this orangey red color. If you put it in demo mode, it just runs through all of the colors. So like right now it's red, turning pink, purple, and it's also doing that down here, green, and it just runs through all of the colors there in demo mode. Alright, I'm ending this car review just a little bit differently than I normally would. Overall, this being an electric vehicle, I genuinely enjoy it. It feels like I'm driving a concept vehicle that shouldn't even be out on the market yet. It is very unique, it's very smooth, it's pretty much everything you'd want in a car. The AC works amazing, extremely quiet ride, really smooth ride. The massage seats work really well. Everything just overall, what Cadillac has done with this vehicle is create a pinnacle for luxury, and you will not get this in any other luxury vehicle. Cadillac took this to a whole new level, and overall drivability, I'm gonna give it a 10. It handles really well, brakes amazing, and it's just overall a nimble vehicle. Comfort, amazing. You will not get that out of any other vehicle. The sound deadenation that you get and the active noise cancellation you get when you turn the music on, you can't hear anything else. Of course, You also really will not get a better bang for your buck. This car, it starts, I think, at an MSRP of 58 or 59, and when you hop in it and everything that you touch and you feel, everything feels like it needs to be in a car that's $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. Everything feels like it was handmade, like some craftsman made this vehicle by hand. It's just mind-blowing what they've done with it. The acceleration on this is amazing too, because you can just easily get out into traffic, but it's not like brute force, kind of like when you drive a Tesla. If you've driven a Tesla and you mat that accelerator, it just slams you in the seat. What GM did and what Cadillac did is it seems like they kind of made it ease into it, so you're not just slamming yourself into it. Of course, if you're rolling and you press on it, it's just gonna send you back into the seat. But when you accelerate from a dead stop, it's just very smooth, very, very refined, and not at all crazy. I'd really enjoy this vehicle. I hope you guys like this vehicle. I hope you guys get a chance to drive it, experience it, and overall just enjoy it, because this is a vehicle that I never thought in my life that I would ever say I actually enjoy. But having it for a bit and experiencing how it handles, drives, and rides, how soft the seats are, everything overall is just amazing with what they did. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and comment down below your thoughts. I really would like to hear them, your thoughts on the electric vehicle. Personally, really do like this. So I hope you guys have a great day.